Hey guys, Arm&Gun here today with something a little bit extra unique. This is the Polish Uzi, as I like to refer to it as. It is actually made by FB Radom. It's called the BRS-99. It's a civilian version, semi-automatic only, based on the PM-98 or PM-06 submachine gun. Chambered in 9mm. This magazine is empty, by the way. Just thought I would have it in there for looks, and we can kind of go through the controls. Let's kick things off with a quick little mag dump. All right guys, so you'll notice this thing does have a last round bolt hold open, which is really cool. This thing is based heavily on the Uzi. Really heavily. It's even got the telescopic, bolt that goes over the barrel to minimize size. It's straight blowback, takes Uzi mags. They've cleverly built a bolt hold open device in there. I'll show you that, guys, in detail in a couple videos down the road when we do the internal review and field strip. And then I'll go over more of the details in the next video as well, when we kind of go through the features and the company and all that kind of stuff, right? This one is mostly just the shooting and the controls today. We'll go through the ergonomics, which well, there are some pretty terrible ergonomics and terrible controls in this thing, but it is still a really fun gun to shoot. It's a really soft shooting for a 9mm, and I'll show you guys that. Drop this just to experience the recoil. Really not bad, but it does have surprisingly good controls relative to that of your basic Uzi. So in terms of holding this thing, you've got this huge, like 3C thick grip. I've got decent sized hands, like nothing crazy, but it's a stretch to get my hand in around that. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know why they have that either, because the magazine, the magazine well is only in there. It's not flared at all, but it does, the magazines do slip right in, right out really nicely. The magazine grip is so big, in fact, that it is not comfortable to break grip and change your magazines from your right hand. There is actually a better way. All right, guys, going to deploy that stock. All right, magazine changes with this thing are a little bit of a beast because of this girthy grip, but I'm going to demonstrate really quickly here. You can see if you guys catch it, and I'll go over it afterwards for you there. So we're going to drop the bolt release, which is actually probably one of the redeeming features of this firearm. It's up here. It's a nice big shelf. It's really easy to actuate. So going to drop that. All right, guys, did you catch that? It was pretty quick, but what I did was hit the magazine release with my third finger. It's actually pretty well positioned to do so. It doesn't take a lot of movement to, actuate this little button, and it does have a nice little shelf to prevent accidental mag drops. So it does actually work pretty well. If you guys were gonna do like a tactical reload, I would probably recommend coming up with a support hand and just depressing it with a thumb to grip it, rip it type thing. So that works out as well. Just the only awkward thing would be to break the grip, especially with the stock. Just not a good time getting around to drop the mag with that thumb. Again, the mags do drop free really well. They just slide right out of there. Let's just try a speed reload real quick. So bang, open bolt. Not too bad. Not too bad. It just takes a bit of training to get used to that. And that's that. So let's go ahead and drop this bolt, and then I'll go through the trigger pull and just the way the bolt and the safety and all that kind of stuff works. We're clear. Drop that bolt, and then check this out. This is the safety back here, and it's not very intuitive. It's stiff, and it's just gross. So P, I should know the Polish meanings, but I don't. P is fire, Z is safe, and Z actually locks up the whole bolt, which I find kind of interesting. The trigger as well, because that would be a live trigger. All right, guys, while we're here, let's check this trigger pull. Quite the curved trigger. Just there's a little bit of take up, and then you got a wall, a little bit of mush, and then it breaks. And it's actually not bad. And the bolt almost wants to lock up with the trigger, but it does let go. So here's the reset. There's a reset. Not very audible. It's pretty minute. It is a decently long reset. And you pull right back into it. So that's interesting. Interesting for sure. Not horrible. I've had worse factory triggers. This is kind of a, I guess, a military style gun, but nonetheless is what it is. So you've got a pretty big forward grip here. There's a provision for a flashlight in the front there. Unscrew that. The little switch right there. And that's kind of neat. Got little thumb grooves in here. A nice kind of very subtle natural hand stop molded into the grip. This grip itself is huge. This is the chunkiest of boys. That is, I've got decent sized hands, nothing crazy, but that is unreal. And then the stock folding mechanism here, we got a stock. It's press this button right here. That allows you to pivot it back up, and then you can just push it all the way in. It's only got, I guess, 2 positions: closed, and then pull it out, knock it down, and you get a decent cheek weld out of this. It's not amazing. It's a pretty low cheek weld, but that lines you up to see through the optics here. So we've got a peep sight. Fold it back, and you got a 75-degree little notch there. You just line those up with that front hooded sight, which has a nice little hole in it, so you get extra light in there. That's not a bad idea. It's actually overall really cool. You got the same barrel ratcheting system as an Uzi. Again, this is really based off of an Uzi, guys. Really cool. So let's take a few more shots, and then that we'll call it there. Okay, by the way, I'm shooting frangible ammunition, so yes, I'm very close to steel, but it is those rounds that just break up into nothing when they hit something. And recoil, again, very, very mild. Just lock that bolt to the rear. Really handy how easy that is to do. Not bad at all. So drop this just to experience the recoil. Really not bad. Pretty cool unit. Thanks, guys. If you like my type of content, hit me up on Instagram right here at arm.and.gun. I post every day. Instagram, like stories, posts, you name it. Otherwise, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the things. They all really do help get the content out there. Definitely trying to keep growing this channel. Lots of exciting, fun stuff on the way. Thanks a ton, guys. Arm&Gun out.